Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Hi.
This is the OpTic Preshow. OpTic Preshow. I forgot the tune because guess what? General hasn't made it. What the F's your problem? General. Wait, what song is that, Mark?
That's Scooby-Doo's theme song.
Scooby-Doo!
Yeah. No, actually, that's actually funny you were
Hey!
singing that.
Why?
Because, like, there's a dog in Call of Duty, this game that we're playing right now.
Yeah.
And it's like an assassination move. You know,
Yes.
like when you assassinate someone, it's I named him Raggy. And
You
like,
named him Raggy.
I named him Raggy. So
On the
whenever
show.
I gotta like
Wait,
Raggy
why?
someone. Well, it's kind of like Scooby, a mixture of like Haggy, Raggy. I don't know. It's like my team has like its own like
Lingo?
inner jokes in it. So
Yeah. Well, how about you keep them inside?
I love no trust.
Dude, I swear to God, the
I
whole
love
time I thought you were going to say, like, the dog
Ah.
looks exactly like Scooby-Doo.
No, kinda.
Is he brown?
Yeah,
Black
scrappy.
spots?
Yeah,
Boxer?
he's a buff boy.
Is he? What
a
is,
buff boy.
can somebody look up what breed Scooby was in the meantime while we do this? Welcome to another episode, another show of the pregame show, episode number 9. Certainly appreciate everybody coming in here. This episode, like every other episode, is brought to you by Mavix. And no, I didn't wear this hoodie on purpose today. Did I? I don't even know anymore. I'm just so part of the game that I just do things. Alan, my man, how's it going over there? Rocking the spring line of the Hex Quarters. Big timer rocking some exclusive. Hasn't been released.
Let me stand up.
Hasn't been released. Let me tell you some. We call this drop the heavy hitters. And I just more than anything, Big T. Damn, bro, you're looking good, dude.
With
Damn.
you also got this
Yo, I
one right
forgot
here.
to stick the tongue out.
You also got this one right
Oh,
here.
I didn't see it. And then we got my man General rocking that brick by brick, good with the stick.
What is the jacket? I fuck heavily with the jacket.
Yo, allow me to introduce the black bear from the mountains of Calcutta.
Yep. This is the path that you have to take in order to win a challengers event.
Yes.
So
What's it called when the 300 when Leonidas sent his kid, or he got sent into the wild to kill that wolf? You know what I'm talking about, right? The Failings?
It's been a long time since I've seen that.
I got to rewatch that, dude. Such a good movie. You know when
Yeah.
that came I was playing Call of Duty 2 on NX Gamers forums.
NX Gamers.
NX Gamers forums when that movie came out. And I remember clearly some dude, I don't know if it was Calhoun or if it was Calhoun's coming to mind, but somebody else said it couldn't have been Pac-Man or Nameless because they weren't cool enough to hang out in those forums. You know what I'm saying? But I remember them saying, it's like, I can't play Call of Duty anymore. 300 was just too good of a movie. And I was like,
what does that mean?
Shut your ass up. I'm sitting there like an old-ass 26-year-old, like, on a forum with like 13-year-olds just typing away. I'm like, nerd. I love Call of Duty.
This is badness.
Love it now. Anyway, Jordan General, welcome back. Obviously, today we don't have Damon Karma Barlow because he is being rushed to the hospital at the moment. Yay! Wait, why did I think that was going to be a sound effect that was playing in the background? No, it's boo. It's nothing serious. He has to get his ear drained. The way that Hitch, who's struggling over there, was trying to get his nose drained.
Probably not the same thing.
What are you wearing? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Anyway, welcome to the London Homestand OpTic pregame show. We have a lot of things to talk about. One of the most heartbreaking things. Have you ever seen something like that in Call of Duty? Hold on. Alan, hold on. Big timer. You have been around since Call of Duty 4, competing in PCLs and
I've
winning.
seen some shit. What have I seen?
Have
What
you
I
seen
not
some shit? Did you see the way that we lost?
Yes. Yes.
He's like,
I
that
did.
is the one thing I watched
I'm
from
not,
stage 2.
I'm not gonna lie. That was the one thing that I saw. Well, I saw everybody freaking out on Twitter,
Yeah.
and it seemed so dramatic.
Yeah.
They were just like, I cannot fucking believe it. And I saw just 100 tweets,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking like, there's no way it's that bad.
It was.
So then I watched.
And-
that was the worst shit I've ever seen.
Oh
in
my
I mean,
God.
just the amount of, I don't want to call
Yeah.
it luck. I mean, there is some luck that plays in a factor. Like, I don't want to take away from
Lamar's thing.
Was it
yeah.
accuracy?
Yeah.
But you can't have worse timing. Just
Yeah.
it was It was actually one of the worst things.
So you have
I've
never
ever
seen something like that, right? What's one thing that's comparable to that? What sort of loss is comparable to something like that? Do you
I
have
don't know. I
any?
mean, I think it'd be even if like okay, well, with that one round, unfortunate 5-5, right?
It's like worse than the OpTic van.
Bro,
Like
the
that was probably
OpTic
the
van,
last
the
moment where
OpTic
like
van.
you think
Yo,
you have it in the
speaking of
bag.
that standoff, hey, Josefo, can you give me that OpTic Gaming logo from over there, please? This thing right here is like what
that
what
does
are
need
you
a-
doing?
It needs a logo on
What's
it,
happening there?
for sure.
Nothing. It's empty. Thank you, Josefo. Welcome back. My man's went to Mexico on vacation. Didn't know that we took vacations around these here parts. I'm kidding. Anyway, you
Me.
dissect it for me, man. You saw it.
What, that
you're,
one round?
You're like probably like one of the best knowledgeable analytic dudes I know in Call of Duty.
Well,
Were you surprised? Were you like, what was your face like when that shit happened? Were you watching live?
yeah. Whenever I was watching it, like when you lose a 5-5, right? That's like when every single player in the game is going as hardest as they possibly can, like literally trying to not to make a mistake, not to get blooded, and like 5-5, everyone's just trying to play the best they can, right? And when people are playing, they don't really realize like, okay, yeah, you lost a 5-5. It is what it is, unfortunate as it is, but it's always the rounds that lead up to it that like you need to be like playing better and looking, back on, right? Because it could be like 40-60% of like 40 to 60, 40% of the round that you won or the long rounds that you lost. Like you were playing as good as you could have, and then the other 60%, you definitely made some mistakes, right? So I don't know. When I look at 5-5 losses, I'm like, yeah, it sucks. It's unfortunate, but I always look at the road to get there.
Yeah.
Right. But the 5-5 loss is definitely like very, very unfortunate. Like all the stars had to be aligned. People one shot in a corner.
Every
One
star
person
in the
getting weak from the
galaxy.
guy escalators, and then Formal not pushing in, but not pushing out because he's trying to stay alive. And then Dylan going by himself, even though he got a kill. There's like so many different things, right? And at that point, it's just like, okay, it's not going to happen again. But I think with that round in particular, it's just you just got to I guess, laugh it off. Like, you got to have like a Joker moment.
Yeah.
You're sitting there and you're
It
like.
was hard to tell if Lamar even
bad
like
day,
knew
like-
there were 3 people there. It was like he started shooting,
I mean,
and by the
surprise.
time
The only thing you could say in the moment that's not hindsight is just someone just move. Like if Dylan is screaming, there's one guy out, or just attack him like a hound dog. Like you just gotta attack at that point. If you're one shot, like someone take the bullet, someone bait out. I don't care who it is. Everyone shout at the same exact time and make the decision, and don't be indecisive. That's the only thing I can say. It's not hindsight.
Yeah.
Because my teams, in this game, right, indecisiveness is what will cause you like horrible losses, especially when you have the advantage, right?
Yeah.
I think one thing S&D, like my team's been playing better in search, right? And that's actually what's been like actually attributing to a lot of our successes, especially in challengers, is search, because host, it's connection. Yeah, you can lose response because of connection, but search and destroy is a game mode you can win even on a bad host, right? And I think the thing for us that really got us better is even when we have that 4v3, right, we're attack dogs. We're running together. Like we're not just gonna sit still just because we have the thing. Like we're gonna try to keep trading and running at people. Like treat it just like it's like a jetpack COD or Black Ops 4. Like, and that's the thing too. Everyone has to be on the same page, like I always say. But when you have an advantage, it's either everyone's got to be in the mindset, okay, we're pushing this, like,
or we're not.
We're pushing this advantage, or we're all playing like creddies.
Yeah.
And it just sucks. Like, it's so in the moment because you can't really like criticize.
There's nothing you like. Obviously, like I want to say like, don't line up in a straight line.
Yeah.
But everybody fucking knows don't line up.
Yeah,
Straight,
yeah.
and it just happens so
Yeah.
fast.
Like
that,
you
what do
said, you had to chalk it off to like a law.
Yeah.
It's the game, the stars, and I after I tweeted out like stars aligned 7 billion years ago in order for that thing to happen. I after I tweeted that, I'm like, that's taking a little bit out of Lamar's like, 'cause that was his moment, and it's like, those stars aligned not for our loss but for his win.
Yeah.
And that was good. I don't know. I thought it was one of the, look, we're gonna be part. What was it? I think it was Nate Shot that said like, look, I use the HBR, but I will forever and always be brought up forever and always. They still to this day bring up the HBR. Still to this moment, I am in this show, Friday the 20 whatever, bringing it up. This thing will.
What was that about? Was it just a shitty gun or something?
The HBR?
It's
Wasn't he your teammate?
And
Oh no, right?
No, this is an AW.
yeah, I don't think I ever spawned in an AW. I never played.
In his defense, HBR actually wasn't that bad.
But that's the joke. Is like
Well,
it's
that's
a
the
shitty
joke,
gun?
yeah.
Okay.
Mid-match.
It's like a meme gun.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he just whipped
Well,
it out.
yeah.
He whipped it out mid-match.
It's a
Not
goofy
like they were
looking. It
winning
was a
so
goofy
bad.
gun at the
No,
time.
no, no.
He was being dead serious.
He's like, I'm gonna switch to this to win.
Because you know what's funny? In his defense, though, like the keyboarders and cheaters that would like use keyboards on console, that was the gun they used because it had the fastest kill time.
Yeah.
And you know, with the keyboard and mouse with aim assist, like you did it. They set up some like setting where the gun had no recoil, right? But with console, with the controller and with no cheats, right? Like the HBR was
like the big
it was like an
barrel.
LMG in an AR form, right?
Yeah.
So whenever like the cheaters used it, everyone that was a cheater used the HBR because the gun had the most potential,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it was kind of hard and goofy looking to use. But yeah, I mean the gun was good, but it was goofy, like
Yeah.
so.
Anyway, so I think this moment will live in infamy forever. It's just gonna be one of those things that gets brought up.
Yep.
I might put it in the
It
book.
is what it is.
I might put it in the book later this year. I'm just gonna do it. Just gonna put an image of it.
Needs a name.
It needs
Like
a
a
name.
tag, a title. You got like the OpTic
The-
van
the-
play.
See the OpTic van. Oh. When they announced standoff, it got hot in here. You know what I mean? When they announced standoff, I almost tweeted out that super secret that we were gonna drop at the month following that drop.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You didn't do it though.
Semtex cinnamon. What is that? Who said that? Matt, was that you? Told you not to say nothing. Anyway, so with that drop, there's a lot of cool stuff that is gonna be dropping, and I hope that people understand what I'm trying to do here. Okay, what I'm going to do. I'm giving people exclusive opportunities to get something that will never be printed again, including what I just said. That what you're wearing?
Limited quantity.
Limited quantity.
It ain't
Limited.
coming back in no
It ain't coming
throwback
back. No,
drop
no,
or
no, no,
something.
no.
I don't
It's
know.
like the shirt that I'm wearing right now. It's probably one of the best shirts that came from the Infinite days. It is a champion. Did you get?
Champion? Something? I got a few
Champion.
champion things. I don't know if I got a gray champion. I got the gray champion hoodie. I don't know. Oh, I did get the long sleeve. Yep. I gained about 25 pounds since I
since
got
then?
it though, so I ain't worried in a long time.
Yeah, bro. It is the best piece of merch that came out of the Infinite days.
Feels real good.
I was so
The
mad.
quality of
I'm
it.
like, because it was during my that situation. I was like, can't believe they created something dope. That and the jersey, the white baseball jersey, that one was super fire too.
I got the baseball jersey, the old gray shirt, the old gray hoodie.
Yeah.
I think that might be about it from those days though. The
Yeah?
gray hoodie with like the thick,
Yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm talking about, the thick
Yeah,
stitching
yeah,
and
yeah.
black OG. Yeah.
Yeah, with
I like
OpTic
that
on the
one.
side.
Yeah. Yeah.
They made two. They had that one and the black one, I think. They had a gray one and the black one. I have both. Either way, I'm salty at the fact that I don't have two of them. So that's what I'm saying. There's not going to be a lot that's being replicated. The OpTic van. The OpTic van. What am I saying? What am I trying to say here? Air freshener. Because we're doing a mechanic drop. I'm having fun with it, man.
Mechanic
One of the
drop.
things that I said, I'm like, if I ever get OpTic back, I'm gonna look the other way completely. I'm gonna see what people are doing on the streetwear shit. That's gonna come natural to me. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the streetwear industry since 1997.
I feel
Worked
that.
at Unlimited Gear. Worked at Mr. Rags. You know what I mean? I've been on the Mecca, the FUBU, the PNB, the Shabazz Brothers, the Crisscross. Will make you jump. What was that called, Mario? Do you remember that? No, it doesn't matter. Anyway, that's gonna get handled. But I wanted to say, I said I'm only gonna do cool, fun shit, and people are either gonna fuck with it or people are not gonna fuck with it.
Well, if you do a mechanic drop, if I could get like some microfiber towels
Yes.
or something to go in my car
Yeah.
and clean it, I would like that. Maybe some air fresheners.
Yeah. The air fresheners. Why don't you do what you got to do, and then I'll show you what I got to do.
Speaking of air fresheners and vehicles, we're going to kick it over to the OpTic tailgate now. Take it away, boys.
that should help.
How do you do that?
You put if you're Mexican, you're almost bound
That's what I'm saying.
to be able to cat call. It's disrespectful now, and like I understand like the implications of doing that. But if you grew up Mexican, two things: one, you got to learn how to whistle. Two, you got to be able to say. Psst, psst.
Oh,
That's my favorite pickup line growing up. Psst, psst, psst. Well, not mine. My uncles be like, psst, psst. Not to me, to like, you know what I mean?
the dogs.
Psst, psst.
Come here, boy.
Cat.
No. Anyway, what's been up, man? What's been up, man?
Just chilling, man. Got
I was yawning.
my smell back.
Yeah,
So I've been
enjoying
living
the
life.
weather.
Huh?
Living the smell life like you
What's
guys.
the worst thing this shout out
Let's
to
talk
Judith?
again.
What is the worst thing you've smelled thus far since you reacquired your smell?
That question again.
This
I
this
haven't
question
really,
was
like,
done
smelled-
outside of the camera, Nicholas. Pay attention.
I haven't really smelled anything that terrible yet,
No.
but I don't go out searching for bad
Have
smells.
you gagged to any smell?
I've never gagged.
You
to
don't have
smell.
a gag reflex.
Nah.
I know
bro.
you don't.
What's up with your mans
Huh?
over here?
What's good? What's good, Bose? It's-
Well, Bose,
What's
what's
today's date?
what you say?
I said, what's today's date?
What's today's date, Bose? 420? Blaze up? A lot of people
I
have
don't
been
do
asking
drugs.
me about like what my plans are for that. And I can't tell the plans because obviously I want to make sure that I launched appropriately with the Weed Co. But yesterday in a podcast that I did with Holly, I was sort of explaining like everything, and I was explaining like the medical reasons or the importance of it and all that. But at the end, I want to make sure that people understand like it is a very fun industry that I'm about to embark on. So
Yeah.
don't let that get lost in translation. The other thing is like if I was launching a tequila company, which I will at some point, or a mezcal company, right, Josefo? He's shaking his head. Like nobody would have said anything, you know. Like everybody would be like, "Oh yeah." But with this one, the amount of support that I've gotten has been mind blowing to me.
Yeah.
Are people saying stuff
yeah.
like
Positively.
any negatives?
I saw maybe two, and it was just like this one dude that said that Christ was mad at me, and I don't know if he meant that sarcastically or if he.
Yeah, I can. Everyone that's being like negative, I can't tell if it's sarcasm or
Yeah,
not.
me either.
But
That is true.
And it
It
doesn't
should be
help.
fun.
It doesn't help when sarcastic. What is that? Come out of every single
Oh,
tweet.
I haven't seen any negative.
No, me
I haven't seen any negative tweets.
No.
None.
Which is good, and it's a testament to society's intellectual advancements throughout the history of our. Hey, there's the boy Dylan on his way to go get Chick-fil-A for
See,
the
this
fifth
is what
time
it's
this
like
week.
as a tailgate. Just see friends passing by. It's a good time out here, huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's an excellent.
just
time
wrapped
out
up. Cold as fuck.
here. Anyway, what you got going on, man? You've been streaming a lot, but not much of anything. What's
I
going
have
on?
the exact same stuff going on today as I did every other day for the past 60 days. So nothing has changed.
Is there
at
any
all.
plans to change something? Routine, maybe? I see
Um,
you lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, I have lost some weight. I've been eating super clean for like 2 months now. Trying to get a six pack for once in my life. Why? Because there's nothing else really to do.
I thought we were taking UFC classes.
Wait, we're taking UFC classes?
Yeah. Don't you want to?
I want to. I want to
I
get
would
into
beat your
the
ass.
put me on the under card of the next Jake Paul fight.
Why?
Or possibly
Wait,
the
would you
Mayweather
fight
fight.
someone?
In a boxing match, yeah.
Yeah.
UFC, I'd be scared. But in boxing,
Boxing, I'd be like, all right, possibility. UFC, I'm gonna try to kill you. I'm gonna try to kill you.
but
Straight
they're
up.
thinking the same thing. And
No,
I'm not trying to get
they're
my
not.
arm broken shit.
I'll tell you one thing, man. Like, it takes like the amount of followers that every single one of those dudes like stepping out into is like a lot, right? So they're putting it on the line. You know, it's not something that people can like. Whether you win or
I'm not
lose,
gonna-
it don't matter.
The undercard is real, but not the main.
The
That
main was
shit
not
ain't-
real.
that shit-
No,
Wait, you're
it's
saying?
not
Do you think
real.
it's
Wait,
staged?
look, I'm gonna be honest. man.
There's a written outcome, 100%.
Yeah, look, I respect everything that
I don't
Jake
think
and,
so.
and the Logan brothers have built. Like obviously, like they've had their little missteps here and there, and I respect that all. But no one's gonna convince me otherwise that this dude didn't take a fall, and I'm with it. I'm here for the show. I watched the show. I'm here for it. You know what I mean? But I just want to let you
Just
know
like
you didn't
in
fool me.
Just like for the KSI Logan thing, when they tweeted out the contracts in the beginning, it literally said 3 fights. Fast forward like 4 or 6 months later, they're like, wait, they're fighting a third time. Like they dropped that in the
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah. It's like a pre-written thing.
That doesn't mean it's staged.
No,
though.
that doesn't. But I mean, bro,
Like
this
this
guy is
last-
a world-class athlete.
Yeah.
20-0. He's fought.
I don't care how
dogs.
fat he is.
Wait, who? Oh, the
Ben Askren. He's fought.
Yeah,
dogs.
he was
Like,
20-0.
He can get in there and take punches. He's not getting knocked out by one punch like that.
Bro, 8-ounce gloves versus what were they fighting with?
UFC's like what? Probably like 4.
I think it's like
The thing
that's what I'm
is-
saying. Like one's more no zero chance he got knocked
On
out.
the ground though, with his neck getting held, like I'ma kill you. Like, and he's getting up after that.
No
Yeah.
gloves.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not
Kicks.
possible because Jake, he looks like he could really fight.
Oh, 100%.
And
Yeah,
he
no,
got
he can't.
power for sure.
No, and his
but
technique
he's
improved.
gonna have to fight like a young bull.
But
like
He's gonna have to
15-0.
fight like a boxer.
Like, yeah, he's gonna
Well,
have to fight
fucking
a real young
Temper said that he stepped in the ring.
I mean, I'd
Ooh.
watch that, but I want
That'd
I
be
want
a good
one of the
one.
Paul brothers to fight a boxer.
Yeah, same.
And that's fucked up to say because they're not. Well, I guess now they are
Logan's fighting
boxers.
Mayweather.
I think that's done.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
think
tell you
that's
exactly
happening.
what's gonna happen.
Wait, that's not
Mayweather's gonna
happening?
win
I don't think that's
because
happening.
Logan doesn't want to be a
I think
boxer.
it is.
Jake does.
Yeah.
So Logan has no problem taking an L to Mayweather.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Jake not gonna take no L to Mayweather because he really wants to be undefeated in boxing.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Logan would literally just have to do what Mayweather does in every single one of his fights, and no one's
Bro.
gonna scratch no one.
There is no way that shit is staged.
Wait,
Like-
so you don't believe that knockout was staged?
No.
You thought that was a legitimate knockout? Have you
What are
ever
you
seen any
yelling?
fighting? Period.
A UFC fighter that fought absolute dogs.
But the
went
UFC
20-0,
fighter-
got knocked out in under what, a minute?
But
Yeah.
what a UFC fighter can do is like you have to fight differently. A
Yeah, but they
boxer,
box,
like
too.
he can't dip under and tackle you. People aren't throwing haymakers in like UFC fights because you go like that, like he
You
dips
called
under,
me?
he tackles you, he
Yes.
slams you on your head.
Fucking freezing.
Dude, I don't know.
There's no way.
Chat, can you
I
back
think he
me
was
up?
just fucking lazy,
let's
didn't
ask-
give a
let's-
fuck.
Let's involve the chat here.
Maybe
okay?
he wanted knocked out.
Chat, press 1 if you believe it was fixed. Actually, you know what? Type fixed if you think it was fixed. Type not fixed if you don't think it was fixed. Okay? Look.
It's like
Fixed. Heavy skills, fixed.
It's like regardless of if it was fixed or not, I think that dude went out there just ready to get paid. I don't
Yeah.
think he had
Oh,
any.
he gives no fucks.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no. So regardless,
He
if
did
it
no
was,
training.
How much would you need to get paid in order to get into a fight, let's say with you and Nameless?
Nameless
You
is
and Haggy.
knocking him out.
You and
The thing is, half of these people have never even lost a fight or been punched in the face before. Like Nick's never lost a fight. He's
I've
never
been punched in the face.
but you never lost a fight.
I've never really been in like a straight.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
I've
So
never
I've,
been.
lo-
that's
I've
my
lost
point.
and gotten
I've
punched.
never
I'm
been
sorry
in a
to say
Yeah,
that, by
these
the
people
way.
are gonna get in the ring and
I got
would
carried
wait
away.
to get
I
hit
would-
to snap into
I
it.
would
like,
destroy
oh, he hit
your
me.
shit.
There's no
And
one
then
in
after we
Optic
could
that would
fight.
beat me in a boxing
I
match.
would beat the
Me.
shit out of you.
Who?
I would,
Me.
No.
You've
you
never
think- wait,
been
you
punched.
think
You're
you
gonna
can-
have
you think-
to
wait,
wait
time
to
out.
get punched to
Wait, you
snap
think
into
you
it.
can-
punched in the face.
you can beat me up in a fight.
Yeah, in a boxing match, yes.
No.
No.
In like a fight where like I don't know, shit gets crazy.
No, I'm not gonna grab a
Hell
chair.
no.
I'm gonna grab this hot ass fucking grill.
The hot
There is
grill.
no one in Optic that would beat me in a boxing
Me.
match.
With ease.
Wait, what?
I'm telling you.
No.
I'm telling you. All right.
Don't. I fought Pomage and beat him. So like I could beat anybody. You know.
Yeah.
Now,
I gave Pomage the 1-2 and he hit the ground like.
see, in
Y'all
like
weren't there 'cause the
in like
cameras
a
weren't on.
real fight, someone like Pomage or someone like Mike, like next thing I know, they're picking me up and I'm getting slammed.
Yeah.
But in a boxing match where
And
it
me.
takes technique, skill training, conditioning, MANIAC comes out on top. I've
Yeah,
never been
right.
so into a topic.
It would be
Yeah,
boxing. I'd be
obviously.
like, "What's that behind you?" And you turn around.
That's probably
Wait.
exactly
So
how
for
it
the
goes.
record, have you ever been in a fight?
I've been in like a little scrap.
Okay. So no.
But it was more of wrestling.
How old?
I was like 13.
Okay. In high school, did you ever get into a fight?
No.
Okay, I have. Out of high school, have you ever been in a bar fight?
So because you got in a high
Yeah.
school fight,
no,
you think,
several high school fights and bar
That's
fights.
what I'm saying, though.
Like, you've
Before
never-
you're about to
This
fight, your heart's
isn't-
like this.
I know.
And you're not gonna punch first.
Not
if
only
you've
that,
been,
but
never
you
been
get
in a fight
tunnel
or
vision.
fought.
Your tunnel vision goes
You don't
away
punch
unless
first.
you've been there before.
And people also say 90% of people relapse, and I ain't relapsing. I ain't ordinary. I'm the 3%. You know what I'm saying?
All right, you win. Let's send it back to the
That's what I'm
couch.
talking about, baby.
Yeah, man.
That's what I'm talking
beat
about.
depression in its ass. You beat drugs in their ass. Anyway, chat.
Happy 420.
Say it again.
Happy 420.
Happy 420. It is in times like these that I wish I lived in Los Angeles, but then I get to Los Angeles and I'm just like, I could never live here, ever. It's just, especially now, what I've been hearing that's like, Los Angeles people's in the chat. Is traffic back to normal where it takes you 1 hour to
That's what
get
I've heard.
1 mile from here to there?
Fuck that.
Because, man, that is like why?
Miss one
Texas
exit.
to the death of me.
Oh, no.
You like Texas?
Nah.
Meh.
Nah.
You think Texas is meh?
It's all right. I mean, it's pretty cool.
I like Texas.
Love it here.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's pretty cool.
I like it.
Yeah, Texas is nice. I mean, obviously the politics and all that. Like,
I'll go back to North Carolina one day, but
wait, really? Is that where you Lexi's not gonna want to go to North Carolina.
Alexis, yeah, she will.
No, hell no.
Well, I mean,
Don't nobody want
by-
to go to North Carolina.
by
No
that
offense,
time-
North Carolinians.
North Carolina's better than. It's got everything.
Why?
Yes,
It's got
what?
the-
Everything
the
has
beach.
everything.
There's not a
has
beach
everything.
here?
Everywhere has a
There's no
downtown.
mountains here.
Yeah, like, everywhere's.
Wait, let me guess. They have
You're right.
cars
There is no
Wow.
green shit.
I've seen
There's
cars.
no
Where's the
green.
closest
There's
beach
no
here?
mountains.
Lake Louisville, right down the street.
Where's the closest mountain here?
Mountain. Okay, now we're gonna have to go to Austin.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, Texarkana or Possum King Lake has some possum.
You know who got some dope mountains? Orange County.
Orange County? Orange.
Well, you
I
say
mean-
how you say it.
Orange.
County, however you
New
say
Jersey,
Yeah.
is, man.
What?
it. No.
Orange?
Huh?
How
Orange?
do you say it?
Orange.
I
You said
understood you.
orange.
I
Orange.
understood you,
Orange.
just for the
Orange.
record.
Orange.
Yeah, what you don't know is that you
Orange.
cannot rhyme
Orange.
orange with anything.
Orange. Door
Orange,
hinge.
door
4
hinge.
inch 4 inch.
More men are more men's than more men.
Too easy. You know, see, I got
4 cents
theory.
toward
Like I got.
4
You
tours
just
in the
bait
morning.
us.
I just baited them into the Eminem Georgians.
Georgians.
Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in to the OpTic Tailgate. We're gonna send it back to the desk or to the couch. I don't even know where I'm sitting right now, but you better believe that I'm gonna get there mad quickly. Back to y'all.
Go, go, go. Run.
Anyway, thank you for sending it back to me, X. You're welcome. Look, I gotta tell you something about the tailgate, big timer. You know, we need to try a little bit harder. The problem is that Texas right now has the worst goddamn weather I've ever seen. Why is it so windy? Why am I wearing a hoodie in April 21st, 22nd?
It was low-key a little cold when I walked inside. I regretted just wearing a t-shirt. It's been nice the past couple days though. I don't know what you mean.
No.
Allergies are real bad though.
Yeah,
I've gotten
allergies.
addicted to Afrin lately.
You got addicted to Afrin.
Oh man, I spray it every night before I go to sleep. I can't sleep without it.
Can I
Spray that shit on
introduce
my
you
nose.
to a little bit of a product called CBD Allergenics?
That sounds healthier.
Doesn't that sound like a chemist made it?
a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if it exists, but I'm pretty sure that there is a CBD option for you to not,
Oh, you don't
nuke
have
your
one.
what?
No, I'll keep nuking it.
All right, so obviously there's a lot of things that are happening in Call of Duty. One of the most exciting times if I do say so myself, from a spectator perspective, from a person that's been around for such a long time, Big Timer, you had a big moment in a map that just came back in the name of Standoff.
Could not believe it when they announced it too. I mean, I could kind of believe it because they brought back Raid and Express, but I thought that was going to be the end of it. No,
Yeah.
Standoff.
I was
One of
talking-
the greatest maps
Ever?
of all time, I think. Like when you just think about good vibes in Call of Duty, like it just makes me think of
Gotta
league
call out
play
named
and
grandmas.
just blowing
Wait,
shit up.
Gotta call out named grandmas. You never see that in any other map.
Top grandmas.
Top grandma.
Yeah, Top
Not
Grandma's
since COD
in-
4. Was that
COD 4,
grandmas?
yeah.
Overgrown?
Yeah, Overgrown, across
Yeah.
the street.
That was Granny's
Oh,
house.
like grandma?
Yeah, but I think that Grandma's, were you guys calling it Grandma back then, or did that come?
The one on the right side of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ditch.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it was grandma's.
Yeah, because the top stairs was library, wasn't it? On the other side, broken.
Yeah.
Because of the hole.
Yep.
Or the books, because of the hole. Yeah, that makes sense. Obviously, this is what I wanted to talk to you about, General, because I was watching the podcast. I wasn't a part of the OpTic podcast this week because I've had a lot of business dealings that I had to deal with. But Seth was talking about how you guys play on a patch before On a
No,
previous patch,
after.
or they play on a
They play on back in time. We play in the present.
yeah.
Yeah.
How is that any like? How does that make sense? Because if they can't even play pubs to warm up because they're playing on a patch that hasn't yet been released, and the reason for that, I guess, was that they didn't want a patch to go up mid tournament, which would make other people, because it is a different feel, obviously, right? Can you explain like what exactly it is that happens in those situations, like a patch, like gun recoil, slide cancel, like what gets affected?
I just think one of the biggest things in Call of Duty is timings, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with this new patch, I feel like there's some patches you can just get away with in playing, right?
Yeah.
But this new one that came out, the subs are slower than the ARs, right? And the ARs, like usually you pull out the sub or you pull out your pistol to beat the timing, right? But they heavily nerf the speed grip, which is what makes the sub really fast.
Yeah.
On the submachine gun, but then they didn't nerf the speed grip on the ARs, so the ARs are actually faster. And now, when you're holding a power position for your subs, right? You're blocking spawns, you're anchoring, you're holding the power position as an AR. Technically, you don't need to wait for your subs to spawn up and they filling in. Like, now the ARs will just say, okay, you block now, I'm hitting the time because I'm faster than you. And like that's like a really big deal. Like that type of timings in COD.
Yeah.
Because my team was scrimming on it, and when we were playing, you're like, my teammates were complaining, my sub players were complaining because they're like, well, there's not even a point to you blocking anymore because you can just take the timing now. And you're like, yeah, like, and that's part of the reason why our elite matches got rescheduled as well for the Challengers Elite, because of the fact, the same thing as them.
Wait, so with the grip,
right?
You're faster all the time or faster when you're scoped in?
No, I'm talking about sprinting.
Oh, just sprinting speed, you're faster.
The ARs are faster.
Jesus.
Yeah. And when it came down to, the slide, I think that's a very big thing too, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes down, I don't know, you just have to adapt, right? But I feel like this patch right here is definitely like, for competitive integrity reasons, there's no reason to play on a patch you've been practicing on and the whole game's different. So no, I do completely agree. The thing that sucks though is that when you're back in time and everyone else is in the present, you can't scrim against challengers teams as a league team.
Yeah.
And I feel like as a league team, it's very bad, in my opinion, to scrim
100%.
search and destroy.
Yeah. Against other teams.
Against other teams.
You can't get a good
right?
practice.
And when my team couldn't play against OpTic, right? They and then what's the point? Like that was during the major, right? So what's the point of playing S&D against a team you're gonna probably be playing, right? And that's the bad part about it, is you're playing on a completely different game, and it's not just like a jump shot thing where it's like whenever you jump and then you're stuck in the mud. Like you can deal with that, right? And go back and forth. But when a main mechanic to like challenge people is a slide, and then the timings of subs and the timings of ARs being swapped, which is like unheard of, right? It's like you're playing a Halo custom game at that point. Like it's just, you're just rolling the dice.
Wait, so how's it possible they got the patch but the CDL teams don't?
No, they
just
do
it on purpose.
Yeah, they do it on purpose. They just don't update.
They just don't update. They don't update their gamer tags, which are whitelisted for one specific purpose only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So they can keep track of everything. What I find like one, obviously, like that needs to be fixed for the next game. Like it has to be fixed for the next year. For next year. The other thing is like if you saw what happened yesterday with the update on Warzone, like all the servers were they had to chalk like scrim number 1 and 2 because the servers because of what happened in Warzone like affected everything else that is in Call of Duty. One of the reasons Scump hasn't been streaming is because what's he going to play? He can't play the regular pubs because he's playing on a different meta than he's going to be competing in. Right. Secondly, he can't play Warzone because he's not gonna be on the same meta or the same engine.
It's a different engine, right?
I mean, like that's my mindset, right? I actually like shooting bots, but I know other people. I mean, everyone's different, right? At the end of the day, right? Some people like doing it. Some people would rather actually play against real players. Some people would rather play against pubs. For me, it doesn't really affect me, but I can see when it comes down to other people's mindsets where it's just like it's in the back of their head, like I can't even get good practice. And I mean, I agree with that, right? So how I look at it, it does suck. I do agree with the competitive integrity reasons of you want to play on the old patch. People have been playing on longer, so you don't want to just update the game like for competitive integrity reasons. And then it also does suck though at the same exact time because of the patch, right? That you can't play against challengers teams or any other team that you think that you're not going to be playing against in the tournament. So, I mean, at that point, it's on the developers to schedule the actual patches after the big tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the only way you can fix it.
Yeah.
Right? Without having both problems.
Yeah.
Well, they definitely know the schedule. It would seem like that's kind of.
Yeah. That's the only way. Like, I feel like it's very doable to schedule it for the actual tournament so you don't have the problem of not getting enough practice, but also keeping the competitive integrity of the patch you play on.
Yeah, look, I obviously like that Scump's taking a little bit of a time off from the second job, right? His first job is obviously being a professional gamer.
When we say time off, he probably still is only taking off
No, he's still not taking it off. He's just not turning on his stream.
Yeah, but only for like a last couple days.
Yeah,
2 days, 3 days.
No, not even that. He hasn't streamed in like a month, I think.
Oh, a month, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, so the issue there obviously is that he, as being one of the bigger personalities just in gaming in general, not just Call of Duty. Like, he has a lot of fans that only watch him for whatever he's playing. Like, he could go play anything and they'll watch him. But he can't do that because, obviously, it'll affect his gameplay in-game. And he's not going to do that to his teammates. Yeah. So he's, like I said, as much as I'm happy at the fact that he's not busting his ass doing double the work, I do see what it is. And when I say double the work, I mean the actual additional interacting with the chat, additional sort of calling out, making sure the stream is good, while at the same time practicing and competing.
People that think that's not work, try it. Just go try it.
Yeah, just go try it. Just give it a shot.
It's exhausting.
It is, man. I can't do it. I'm not a good streamer. I mean, I don't think that I could do it.
You have to like really be that person. There's no for streaming, even YouTube, there's no faking it.
No.
Like, you can't sit there and fake it for 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day. You have to be that like lively, energetic, type of person. Not me, bro. I hate talking. I just sit there in silence for like 2 hours. I love it.
Will the observer.
Yeah. Hey, when you did you play? Were you playing this during Black Ops 2, or when did you came in Advanced Warfare, right?
Yeah, I came in Advanced
But you
Warfare.
did play Black Ops 2?
I was playing Black Ops 2 with like my school friends, and like I don't know if I was watching tournaments because I was more so playing Halo at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I smoked you in League play a couple times, maybe.
I think I was using, what was that one site in League play like that was banned, and I remember getting roasted for it. It was like it had like a sonar. It was like a sonar pulse, and you would see through walls.
The heartbeat sensor?
No, it wasn't a heartbeat sensor. It was an actual site, and like when you aimed in, it was like you had
I don't remember that.
like vision pulse, right? And
Black Ops 2?
yeah, there was a site that had vision pulse on it when you aimed in. And
You
I
could
would
see
use it in
people
League
through
play,
walls.
and I didn't know any of the rules back then. So like I was a young kid using like this vision pulse site and literally just smoking everybody. You never used it before?
I don't even remember
that.
it.
Bro, it was literally like, how like in Batman, like that, in the Dark Knight, the system that they have, and it can see through everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
The Echo
was literally,
sonar.
It was literally like that, and you would look through a wall, and it would pulse, and you would see through walls. I can't believe you guys never used it.
No,
I would have
don't
used that
remember.
all the time in League play if I had heard of that.
you
Yeah.
would've.
It
Yeah.
It wasn't like a kill streak or
So-
nothing.
No, it was a regular site you could just put on. It
So,
pulsed
did
through
you,
walls.
so you didn't get a chance to play Raid either then?
No, I played the game, but it's not competitively.
Yeah, because another thing that I think Formal was saying in the podcast is that even though it's the same exact map, like square foot to square foot, it
Gonna
plays
play different,
differently
yeah.
because of the guns and the slide cancel and all that. I wonder if standoff's going to be the same way.
Probably can't hold the same angles with the same types of weapons. And yeah, probably some of the timing. Because there was no sliding in Black Ops 2, was it?
No.
It was dolphin diving.
Dolphin diving.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
And you only used it, as Hitch was saying in the podcast, that you only used it to capture a flag back then.
Yeah.
Yo, I was talking to Matt last time I was in LA about Nate shot about standoff in the OpTic van, and he's like, "Yo, I can't believe Big T's the only one that gets credit for that. Like, I put that van like one shot for him to throw that one.
I threw that nade like 30 seconds before it blew up. I didn't even know that shit was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't talk about that.
Man, that's one of the most exciting things that. From a collectible perspective, I think that's going to be one of the coolest ones that we do drop this year. That what do you call it, the air freshener, because one of them, actually, you know what, Matt, why don't you throw it up on the screen? One of them is going to be green, right? The green is actually going to be, there's only going to be 500 of them made.
Okay.
And then, or more, I don't know, maybe 1,000, I don't know, right? But then there is going to be like 2,500 made of the red one, which I'm calling Semtex Cinnamon. Whether you use it or not, I would just buy 2, keep one in the package and save it, and then use the other one if you choose to. Anyway, you know who I want to talk to about some land stuff and definitely who's going to win this? My man Maven, the best shoutcaster since Fwiz, Ryan Wyatt himself. Let's kick it over to Maven. Maven, welcome. Welcome, Maven, Marvelous Maven. Can you do me a favor? This weekend, as you're launching the broadcast, can you say Marvelous Maven? And I'll know that you and I just had a moment in front of in front of thousands of people.
Will you go by Handsome Hector?
No, I mean, yeah. Like next time I do anything, I'll call myself Handsome Hector. But this is gonna be because we're gonna kick it over after the show. We're gonna kick it over to the desk over there at the league. I don't want to waste too much of your time. I know you're a busy man, casting, also casting, and then doing commercials for Call of Duty League and doing everything. Like, are you taking a break? Are you relaxing yourself or what?
No, this week, I have a severe addiction to the new League of Path of Exile. There's been all the Warzone stuff going down. I've had some Call of Duty Mobile casting to do this week.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Warzone thing to cast today. I had the League this weekend. No, staying quite busy. Yeah, it's been fun.
Well, look, better busy than bored, right? In my opinion.
100%.
All right. Well, listen, I know we have a very tough weekend ahead. Obviously, we came off of a very, very weird loss, but I wanted to ask you what you thought was the pool of not the pool of death, because they're both very stacked, but which one's the more stacked one?
I literally have no idea. I saw it. It just depends on so many things. I think the two things probably that matter the most to me with how that'll be answered is on one side Ultra, on the other side Thieves, because Ultra, I mean, they just won, man. They smoke phase. They look incredible. But am I convinced that that's what we're going to see every weekend? No, I'm not. But they should be really improved. And then Thieves, who the hell knows? I mean, they look so much better.
Mm-hmm.
You think with more time they're going to be really good, but they're just such big question marks that I got no idea, man. I'm really excited for it. It should be incredibly competitive and fun, just like last stage.
You know, speaking of Thieves, it sort of brings me back to last year when you called the fact that OpTic would be the most improved team by the end of the season. And had it not been for that faithful round 11 win from Envoy versus TJ, I think that you would have been absolutely correct. They would have gone on to win it. I believe it. I believe it.
To be fair, I mean, I missed the mark on that one. Like this year, as soon as I heard the FaZe roster announced, because
you knew
somehow they got Arctides. I was like, okay, they're gonna smoke everyone. They're gonna be the best team. But I kind of said the same thing about OpTic last year, and I was incredibly wrong until later in the year. I mean, early in the year they were struggling, but they did get a lot better. Yeah,
you said by the end of the year they will be the team, and they were one round of one death away from it. Yeah. People always ask me how I let that FaZe roster happen, or how I let our cities go over there, and I always say, I'm like, well, this is America. You know, I'm not gonna hold nobody hostage.
Well,
you know, the young man wanted to go over there. I'm gonna let my boy go over there.
Yeah, we always joke about it. I mean, you did right by him, and I get it. And it happens in major sports too. Like rivals get top players, but. Yeah, it's more. I think I more like say that as just like a joke, like how, because it obviously has made them a frightening team. But
absolutely,
I mean,
are they scarier? Are they scarier this year than they were last year?
Yeah. I think without question. I mean, that's wild to say because they made 7 finals last year. But I think certainly. I just don't see a world in which they're not. I mean, we saw they're beatable, right? Like they lost. They didn't have the best final, but. I really do think they're going to be in every final. It's just they're
a nasty team. Good brand, obviously. Let me ask you this: obviously, with the announcement of LAN coming back, obviously the details of it are still a little bit not there, but we know that we're going back to LAN. What do you think? What teams are going to thrive? Obviously, a lot of challenger players have gone up into the majors that haven't seen these lights, right, or the crowd, and I don't think that we're gonna have crowds personally. But what do you think?
Yeah, that's the reason that there's a couple factors here. I don't think there are many players in the league I'd be worried about. Most players that perform online end up doing it on land, like almost all. There's not many examples that don't. Just sometimes it might take an event or two, but the main factor would probably be nerves, right?
Yep.
You know, if it is a crazy crowd or something, and I guess I don't personally see a world that we have a crowd, at least maybe not until later in the year. And I'm not confirming. I have no idea. I really don't. But I just don't think that'll be the case. So I guess I don't think it would matter all that much. And if it was like last year where several teams were on the West Coast and there was a lot more diversity, I guess, in the online battle. But like this year, most people are either in a good setup or like in Texas. So I don't think it'll shift things that much, honestly.
What do you think about LAG? Obviously, they're not in Texas, and they've seen a little bit of some struggles going into it. Do you think that they would improve drastically if they had a LAN here in Texas, or they had the ability to play out of a Texas host?
LAG are dead to me. They tricked me. We were doing predictions on hard points, and I picked them to win like 2 or 3 matches because like Silly was fine, they were playing so well, and like everyone was like telling me I was an idiot. I'm like, no, I know it. They're gonna do it. And they went in and got smoked. So they're dead.
Oh man. So what do you think though? Do you think that if they moved out here, they wouldn't be dead to you?
I don't know. I don't think it would. I don't think it would change it that much personally. I think they're a solid team that's they're gonna find some wins. I just think they're gonna be very middle of the pack for the most part. And it just speaks to the level of talent when you have 4v4 and 12 teams. It's hard, man.
Oh man, I guess obviously like me having my guys here all here in one place makes it easier from a content perspective, but
100%.
also from a training perspective because they do get those extra reps on the chemistry side, not just necessarily in game. And I think that it's been a lot easier for them to sort of dissect the way that they lost or the things that they need to improve on having everybody in one place. So I don't know. I think that the opportunity is still there for a lot of the teams that don't necessarily have.
It won't hurt. It won't hurt. I just don't think it's like suddenly they're going to be a top 4 team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. On the LAN stuff, I think the same. I think that players and pro players that actually play the game at that level are the only ones that have ever said shit about people not performing on LAN, and then they end up, there's going to be that one dude that doesn't perform on LAN on the first go, but getting used to that atmosphere is nothing hard.
Yeah, I think it used to, but like even Joe's touched on it, and like we've talked about it a lot on different podcasts and stuff. Like usually over the history of Call of Duty, if you take a look at the overall year, if there was an online league and then the LANs, like the results were pretty similar for the most. There were some outliers, but they're pretty close. But just talking to Joe about it, like there's definitely something to it. Like he's like, there were times where I was up on stage and I would fry somebody. I'd look across the stage. I'd make eye contact with them. I knew it was over. It's like there's definitely something like there, 100%. But I guess I don't think it'll be that drastic of a shift.
No. How did you feel on LAN where people were chanting your name in London?
Yeah. No, I've had a couple interesting chants over the years, but that's why it's weird. Like I'm excited for LAN for like the players and the competitive side of it. I am, but like I guess personally for me, I'm not. I just don't care that much until there's a crowd because that's what I feed off when I'm casting. It's great to see fans and talk to them. So once there's a big crowd behind me, that's been the hardest thing about casting from home. Like I love sitting here in my basement casting. And the sense I don't have to get an airplane all the time. I don't have to travel. Yeah, I see you less, which hurts, but it's the crowd, man. Like you feed off it.
We miss the crowd. Everybody misses the crowd. Everybody misses the community that rallies behind the competition of Call of Duty. So I don't know. I too cannot wait for this to go back to normal. I want one last thing before you go. Dallas Empire versus Toronto Ultra as the match, as the closing match on Sunday. Who do you got and why?
Oh,
defending world champions or defending season 2 or stage 2 champions?
Everything in me wants to say Empire for some reason, but I'm gonna go Ultra. Like I'm gonna believe in them until they give me reason not to. It's hard because it was really one weekend, and I guess we're gonna find out if they got hot or if there really have been improvements. And I think it's probably a little bit of both, but I'm going Ultra. Like I kind of want them to be good, man. That Bance turnaround, the story with it. If you saw
amazing,
like, Texas, like, I love it, dude. I love it. He seems like a I don't know him super well. It just seems like a really quality dude. And
He has, he is. That he
yeah.
is. Everyone's always known that. I've known that. I've had the pleasure of interacting with him. He's always seemed like a stand-up dude, and to see him turn it around the way that he did, sort of rallying his troops around him. Kleenex, wow, right? Like incredible. So yeah, I'm super excited for it. I'm gonna give you the answer right here. Toronto Ultra 3-2. It's gonna be a good one. Make sure that you tune in. Maven, I won't take up any more. Good luck today on the casting, man. Take some time off. You look great, by the way. Freshly shaven, Maven?
Well, yesterday, did I look nice?
Yeah, you remind me of
I do
Hutch.
like every 2 to 3 days. Otherwise, it gets a little like I look horrible.
Yeah,
honestly.
you and Hutch both, buddy. You and Hutch both. Thanks, Maven. Appreciate you, brother. Be good, okay?
Hey, take it easy, buddy.
All right, man. Back to the couch. You over there, speak. Always a pleasure talking to my man Maven. Gosh darn it, do I miss that bald-headed man sitting across the table from me over some nice little tour of Italy from Olive Garden. Endless breadsticks, but most importantly, the second best soup that has ever been created, made, or invented by
first?
humankind. Supa Tuscana. God damn. That
From
white
Olive Garden?
soup. Yeah. Oh, baby. Yeah, the potatoes in there.
You need to go to 60 Vines, my man.
60 Vines?
Yeah.
I think we went there, and I did not mess with it. I think
don't
you,
mess
me, and
with
Embos
60?
went there.
Oh, we did. I forgot about that. You have went to 60 Vines.
Yeah, that's just no.
Delicioso.
Perfecto.
Nothing.
You like Olive Garden?
Not,
Fuck.
it was a well,
60
maybe I got
Vines
the
is
wrong
delicious.
thing. Maybe I got the wrong thing.
For sure you did.
My favorite soup would probably be Miss Korea in Koreatown, New York. And it is the sundubu soup. Oh,
Sounds good. You know what surprised me the other day that I had? There's this place, first of all, mind-blowing. You know, like Fogo de Chao, Texas Day Brazil, the Brazilian steakhouse?
Yeah.
They have that for pizza.
What?
Here, swear to God. It's called DeLuca. They come around with like
Wait,
10
like Joey DeLuca?
like Joey DeLuca. And it's like they got like 15 different pies, and it's crazy. They had like a Mexican elote crema pizza,
I would
like
not
all
eat that
kinds of
one,
shit.
but
But the lobster bisque, they serve you like Kobe beef meatballs
Yeah.
whenever you come out. And the
Wait,
bisque,
you've been there?
No, I just heard lobster bisque, and I said yeah.
bro, it's the best lobster bisque I've ever had in my
I love
life. Swear to
lobster
God, it was insane. So
Wait, what's it called?
DeLuca, DeLucca. I think it's got
DeLuca.
2 C's. DeLuca.
And where is it? In Allen?
I think there's 2. There's one downtown somewhere, and there's one in Plano.
I'm gonna try that.
It's mad good.
Now I will say this: I am like king. Up until I met you, I never dipped my pizza in ranch. And then,
Yeah.
I love that.
was it you that invented it, or was it a fan that sent it to you?
Invented what?
They replaced the marinara sauce with
ranch.
ranch.
Oh, on the pizza?
Yeah,
I don't
Remember
think that
that?
was me. No.
you don't remember eating that? That shit
I
was
love
so
ranch and
good.
pizza, but I wouldn't eat that shit. That does not sound.
You
nice.
love ranch pizza? There's a picture of Big Timer and I back in the first time that we came to Dallas, and we were at Abuelos and shit. And he's looking over at the camera. He's got a nice little thick face, and he's like, "Dude, I was dipping.
I was eating good.
You're dipping. What were they called? The pizza rolls into the ranch.
Oh yeah, no
Oh.
popcorn chicken and French fries. I remember I'd make
I
that
love
shit every
ranch.
night, bro. The bacon ranch. Ooh,
You miss those days?
I was living. No, I do
No,
not.
you do not. Yeah, you do.
No, no.
They come, boy.
Yeah, no, we good now.
Oh
We good.
man! All right, let's get into the closing segment of the show.
Yes.
Here we go. We're gonna go quick on this one, okay?
Okay.
Just simply because, like last time, that we don't have enough. We
Yeah.
don't have enough people running graphics for us to like do it. It's just too much work. So what we're gonna do instead is that we're gonna go super quick on this. Okay. Here we go.
Ready.
Who do you got? London Royal Ravens. Actually, obviously we have Chicago. Can we skip
Yeah,
that?
skip.
Allen, Chicago. Scores, Allen. Interesting. 3-1. You?
I like that.
3-0.
3-1. 3-0. 3. What do you got?
It's so hard. Like after seeing that last ending to that match, it feels hard. Like I don't want to make predictions, but I'll say 3-1. I'll say 3-1 OpTic.
3-1 OpTic.
Yeah.
3-1 OpTic. It is. I agree. Los Angeles Gorillas versus the Paris Legion. The Paris Legion. Wait, LAG. They just picked up Chino, right?
Yeah.
Who do they replace?
Vivid.
Vivid. What do you think of that move?
I definitely think, even though all the players are good individually for a team composition, right? I definitely don't think it helps like their pacing. In this game, you got to be fast. In this game, not necessarily like, fast saying that as an ignorant, statement, but you got to make really good decision making, right? And so when it comes down to in-game, unfortunate situations, I feel like the roles of Chino, I feel like Silly and Assault are not natural cracked
Speeds,
out,
yeah.
speedsters. And that's not bad,
Yeah.
because every single good team has one of those methodical players. But who's going to be willing to just jump out and be that guy when all of them have that methodical mindset?
Does Chino play like that as well?
Yeah, Chino's like for example, when I play with him, he's one of the best S&E players I play with. He's really
like the
good.
old school
Yeah,
player, right? Okay,
yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
I mean,
Yeah.
and getting rid of your sub player Vivid, I just feel like even though I do think Chino is really good, I just think for the role it could be not the best decision.
Too many.
And
of
there's
the same.
nothing wrong about saying that. It's just what it is. I mean, who knows? They could play better. I don't know. That's just my
It's
opinion.
like having five linebackers out on the field instead of having like some safeties and some cornerbacks. Like you need to mix it up.
Yeah,
a little
well,
bit.
Silly's switching to a sub,
Oh.
and I don't know like how that's gonna work because I don't watch their scrims.
Mm-hmm.
So, personally, I just think the roles don't make sense.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion on it.
All right, so who do you got? Obviously, Paris hasn't. Paris is actually. I got Paris. Obviously,
Even with my mindset, I'm gonna say Los Angeles 3-2.
Really?
We'll probably win last map. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that. I want to see. I want to see these matches.
I'm saying Los Angeles are gonna win both searches and they'll steal the control.
Damn.
Even after not believe, I listened to your
Yeah.
breakdown, and then I wanted
I
to.
just said 2 searches in control.
Oh,
I'm not talking
okay.
about hard point.
Yeah. They're gonna get smoked in hard.
I don't know if they're gonna get smoked, but I would favor Paris's team composition over
better,
LA Gorillas and
Well,
What-
I would
what's-
favor their composition as well. I'd say Paris. They're gonna win the whole series. I'm gonna say 3-2.
I'm going with Chine last map.
All right. Well, I'm
I like
going with the Paris Legion, and I'm going to say 3-1. Also, Mutineers versus Minnesota Rocker. What do you think, Alan? Rocker got it. What do you think? You're just a big fanboy of Midnight, aren't you? Stop it. She's not coming back anytime soon. Yeah. Okay. Who do you got?
Probably going with the Roker last map.
Yeah.
Last map, really?
Rocker last map. Yeah. What do you got?
I'll take the Rocker as well. They've been performing well.
They have.
this
They
year,
have.
right?
They have.
Yeah, I'll say Rocker 3-1 over Florida.
3-1 over Florida. I'm gonna agree with you. 3-1. All right. Chicago versus Surge. I'm gonna say same as last time that we played them. I think that we're gonna come and reign supreme. What say you, big timer?
I'm gonna say we're not gonna line up in a line this time, and we're gonna take the win.
All right. What say you there, General?
I'll say we'll win 3-1.
3-1. Alan agrees. All right. We have the London Royal Ravens versus the Los Angeles Thieves.
Sunday matches.
Yeah, Sunday matches. Now, I tell you what, I was very, very pleasantly surprised at how good Kenny was with that AR. I was doubting the change in leadership there with Slasher sort of being put on the bench. The balls from coaching staff was that JCap?
Yeah.
To sit down that one of the best AR players in the world and then perform as good as they did.
The coaches have that
kudos to
authority
them.
on most teams.
It does all team dependent. We don't know what happens behind the scenes, but
Right.
with that, how many changes LA Thieves, you definitely have to think that management definitely has more power than other orgs,
Right.
how they run it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Give them a little more control.
Yeah. That's what I do here. You know what I mean? I'm like, you guys are in control.
Let them
And
figure it out.
behind closed doors, I'm like winking to myself. I'm no, they don't. I do. I'm just,
Yeah.
just kidding. Who do you got? LA Thieves, obviously.
I'm gonna go with the Thieves. Yep.
Yeah. You.
yeah, I'm gonna actually go with.
With that Ralden.
Yeah, I gotta go with the Pollock Zapidus duo
Uh-oh.
last map.
You think that the Ravens are gonna take it?
It's actually
Paul X?
true. Paul X was voted most aware in his class. Ready
In his
for everything.
class in school?
Yeah, ready for everything.
What?
Yeah,
How do you even determine that as a teacher?
just ready for everything.
Think about this, right? Like all of a sudden, pop quiz, done.
Been ready for it.
Been ready for it.
They're ready for everything.
Side coming.
Game 5.
So you got game 5,
Yeah.
London Royal Ravens. I'm gonna go with the LA Thieves. Just shout out JCap. You know what I mean? Subliners versus Atlanta FaZe.
Phase 3-0.
Oh shit.
New York's been playing well.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll say 3-1. 3-1 Fade. I'll give them
Not that good.
I'll give them that.
They've been playing good, but not that good.
Yeah,
New
yeah.
York's been going through a lot of changes as well, yeah?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
What's
with
that
them.
mean?
I don't know what's going on.
Well, what do you? Let's try to dissect it. What do you think is going on?
I don't know. I'm hearing scrims and all this stuff not going real well. I don't know what's going on. I mean, when it comes down to New York, I mean, I've always actually thought they had a good team composition.
Yeah.
Like, I thought the rules made sense, right? I definitely think that them not being able to use the XM4, which is the faster version of the current AR, definitely hurts them in this meta. And because I don't know what's going on with their team. I don't even know like their actual legit like final roster because I don't know, right? But I just think they just have to just get back to the mindset of like playing as like a team, as like a symbiotic like one, right?
Yeah.
Not individuals. Because I feel like that was at their best. Like they were just playing comfortable. They weren't really
same page.
Yeah,
all
on the same
cylinders.
page. That was like their success was always playing as like a beehive, right? Like just I mean, they would get creative when they needed to, right? But you know, in this game, if you got the setup and no one does too much, you should win that situation. So,
but you got to play as a unit.
Yeah, just as a unit. Just got to follow their blueprint. I don't know what's going on with the roster, but they just got to get back on that same mindset to just play as one. Who cares about the fans, the crowd, this, that? Like, unity for them is very important, for what I noticed. When Clay actually has like all of his troops around him and they're tight and no outside influences are getting to their team, they're fine.
I like it. So you got FaZe, obviously?
Yeah, I think FaZe will win that.
Score?
Probably 3-1.
3-1? All right, I'm gonna mirror that. I'm gonna say 3-1. Atlanta FaZe. They just picked up our boy Tupac Thug Lord. You know, good for them.
Heard that, yeah.
And then we have finally the last one, Toronto Ultra versus Dallas Empire. As you guys just heard, both Maven and I picked Toronto Ultra to take it. Maven wanted to say Dallas, but for some reason he still feels that they're going to be coming off of when I think the confidence going in from like Bands.
Benjamin Bands.
Yeah, coming back into this thing, the way that he did, the storyline that he did, how he did it, I think that that confidence is going to carry through to this match.
They're not to be slept on, right? Ultra? They've been
Ultra is like literally the best search and destroy team right now.
Yeah.
Best S&D.
Oh, yeah. That's what, like, it is unfortunate how the finals were set up versus FaZe because there was 4 searches.
Yeah.
And, like, think about that. Like, think about you don't play Respawn, right? You can maybe steal 1.
Yeah.
But if there's 4 searches in a series.
Yeah.
For the finals.
Yeah.
Like, and they won, I think, 3, right? Like, that's... yeah, FaZe was not having the best of S&D tournaments or whatever, but like that, like,
and they also did sit around for a long time.
Yeah,
but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Like FaZe is FaZe, and that it matters a little bit, but not enough to.
There definitely is like that small edge, like because personally I would be the team, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest, I'd rather be the better team, like on paper with all my practice, right, than be on. Fire as the underdogs, right? But the underdogs do have that little bit of an edge when it comes down to playing more.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think both have their cons and weaknesses, right?
Yeah.
Cons and pros, whatever.
Yeah. No, that when they won that, I think that that org had a really good weekend because Mad Lions also won. I think it's the same. They have the same parent company in the LEC. So shout out to them. That was really good. So what do you got? Subliners or Ultra or Empire?
I think the Ultra.
Yeah.
3-1.
3-1 Ultra. Alan says 3-1 Ultra, and you say?
I'm gonna say Dallas 3-2.
Because you golf with fucking Rambo.
Next
nonstop?
time I go golfing with him, he's just gonna be real salty if I don't pick him. So 3-2 Dallas.
He's not. I'm not gonna teach you that swing no more. Oh, man. Anyway, that's going to do it. You guys have heard. If you guys agree, disagree, that's on you to choose to be right or choose to be
wrong. Who did you
wrong.
pick for the last match?
Yeah, Toronto. 3-1.
Toronto 3-1.
Yeah. I think Bance is going to carry through that momentum. Kleenex is nasty, dude. I'm a big
issue.
Big believer. Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in. Go over to the first link in the description. Go tell them. Go tell them all who sent you. And we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Oh, next week for the Judgment Show or the pregame show, I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be in LA. I may make an appearance, but I may not be hosting it. Either way, don't miss me too much. I'll see you guys on the following one. Goodbye.